trace freehand. Again, start getting used to drawing straight lines without picking up your pen. I'm going to show you two different renditions of glass. This one over here just shows one, but I'm going to do one with blue, and I'm going to do a little bit darker. I'm going to get a little piece of onion skin here so I can test my color. I don't want to put it down on here until I know it's the color I want to use. I'm going to try Copenhagen. It might be a little bit too dark, but I want to test it first. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm going to use it. So what I do is I hold it back here. I don't hold it up here like that. And I'm just going to start drawing vertical lines. Overlap them a little bit.
Do remember that the marker does bleed a little, so you
It
do
will
have
bleed.
to stop just a hair before.
Just a little short of the.
It just
right.
bleeds itself.
Oh, you know what? I need the colored pencils. They're in my bag over there. It should be a large tin at the bottom that's got colored pencils in it. Great. Thank you. As you see what I did here on this rendering, you see the little white lines I made to sort of give it a look of reflection. All that is a sharp white Prismacolor or cream. I think I prefer white, but if you want it to be a little warmer, you can use the cream. I don't have my triangle, but I'm going to just use this. If I draw these lines, that gives it the look of glass. Try the cream over here. I bet it might show up. It's not showing up very good. I might have to go to a little darker blue. But that's one of your options. And a lot of times you can actually, if you want to, even just go in and shade part of it like this. Because if you were to pull it up, you'll probably see it a little better. The next one I'm going to do, hopefully I got that color here somewhere. Shoot, I don't know if I got black or not. I might be able to try to use one of these. I personally, when I'm rendering glass, I like to draw or render everything in black. That's not, I don't know if it's going to be. Is there another box over there that might have black in it? That looks like it does. Great, thanks. I don't have, there's French Gray 90 is pretty dark, so I'll use it.
Will it be same?
You want to start now?
Because the one thing you can do too is when you render with black, it really needs to be darker than French Gray 90. You can see it's bleeding. But this is a relatively new marker, so the newer ones are going to bleed more than the older ones. If that was real black, I could take my white Prismacolor pencil again and hit it with little streaks for reflection. The other thing I did on this one, you can notice I put a person in there through the window. And that adds realism to your rendering. I would think everybody should try doing that. I usually draw it in there. This is 1/4 inch. I think it might be 3/8. Yeah. And I'll take a pencil, color pencil, and I'll just go in and do.
And please don't draw a stick person. Find the person in the book. Just trace it. Those are architectural symbols, okay?
Yeah, in the past, I've had a lot of these, and that's not your architecture students. I don't want to see stick people. I don't want to see Gumbies. I see too many Gumby people.
Yeah, we
So,
do.
no, really, I'm
we do.
serious. Then getting into like the frame around the storefront, again, that's matte metal, so I just usually use a gray. And what I did was, I think I took a felt tip pen. No, I didn't. I used dark, probably like black. Metallic surfaces are not flat, so I mean, you can do that. Another thing that you do when you're doing glass in a frame is usually always recessed. It's not flush with the frame. So you go in here, my sun angle here, that portion of the glass is going to be in shadow.
So once you have fixed the sun on this side, then stay with the whole drawing. Like
Right.
that. Don't change the angle of sun.
And again, you know, your ground line needs to be nice and heavy right here. This is a wood door right here. So on a wood door, I'm just going to pick walnut for an example. And get your confidence up and make sure, try your best to keep the lines nice and vertical. You know, don't move too much. I mean, just keep it that way. Then what I do, that's wood, but I mean, what you need to do now is go a little step forward, a little bit more. You can use your straight edge, whatever, when you're doing these. I'm just, in that, in time, I want to give you guys time to work on your own, so I'm not having you up here too long. And maybe the frame, the wood frame around the door might be a different color wood. Or it could be metal, what they call ready frame. There's a lot of places that are, you know, looking at budget. Ready frames are pre-made, very, very inexpensive. Use them in commercial office buildings. Again, this is a door with glass. The other thing I was going to tell you, I wish I had a black. I'll actually even show you. Sometimes if you're doing a rendering, instead of putting the color black or blue on the front, and you're using onion skin,
Backside.
do the back side. It works out pretty nice that way. And then, obviously this, This one didn't have a doorknob, but this one right here's got a little doorknob, so. Down here, concrete. Let me just, everybody sort of got an idea about glass. Concrete. When I say concrete poche, I'll show you what I mean and this is getting a little bit dark, but I don't care about color right now. I just want to get started, and I'm not going to do the whole thing. Then you take your Benford 5000 Pilot Fine Liner. The poche is what I'm doing now. That gives the look of concrete. Concrete with aggregate. I want to find a little